The Triple C restates, and this is the Triple C you are seeing here. Any other person who masquerades or are impositors as Triple C are violating the law. And we don't have time for tomfoolery, kindergartenism, and funny games. Stay away from Triple C. Hands off Triple C. This is a citizens' movement. Don't just wake up one day from the street in a drunken stupor. You say, no, I'm so and so. In this movement, we don't have the position of Secretary General. We have different roles and tasks. In this movement, we don't give each other positions. We give each other tasks. And I can tell you that the champions you see here are very clear. As we were clear when we elected our candidates. Nobody can just wake up and recall our candidate. In fact, it is a ZANU-PF scheme. The reason why ZANU-PF is using certain people, particularly who purport to be Triple C, we are not even in our books as the membership register. Because we have a membership register. That's why we had citizen caucus across the Hawker. That's why when we go into the province, we are able to meet leaders. We have our membership registers and records. These people don't even exist there, but they want to purport. And what is so much a circus and a national shame is that Advocate Mdenda, whom I respect as a learned colleague, would know better that at law, you don't just receive communication even from the mass and you announce it. Otherwise, Sengezo would have been allowed to recall Mr. Mdenda from being speaker. But we need to have clarity in terms of who should recall who. We have a party with a leadership, and that leadership is very clear. We know who is in charge of the structures, we know who is in charge of elections, we know who is in charge of communications, we know who is in charge of fundraising. That's why we're able to raise resources from the citizens. I must thank all the citizens for making us win under difficult circumstances. We're dealing with ZANU-PF. That was so well funded. But the citizens, you did well. You funded almost $250 million for the nomination. You funded our polling agents. We've been able to even give them a token of appreciation. Courtesy of you, the citizens. Thank you. And thank you for supporting the movement. So in the context of developments in Parliament, where we have seen illegal and unconstitutional recalls, we have restated the position and resolved as a Citizen National Assembly, and I'm the leader, that as a party, as a movement, we have not recalled a single MP. We are not abnormal. We have not gone bonkers. We can't recall without due process. To recall anybody, members have their rights in terms of natural justice principles. They need to be heard. At law, we talk of what is called ultra partem rule. You need to be heard. If you are to receive charges, for you to cease to be a member, because the Constitution is very clear. 2 tests have to be made. Number 1, have you ceased being a member? If you have ceased being a member, the party has verified that you have ceased being a member. It has to satisfy the second test as the party resolved to communicate to Parliament. That test has not been met. And that's why we are saying to the Honorable Speaker, correct your error. Correct your mistake. We are writing and we have resolved to write to the Speaker to correct that mistake. Not only are we asking for that mistake to be corrected, and we've given a time frame in our communication to the Speaker, we have also said the impositors, we've mandated the party to pursue legal route, to pursue political route, but also to go to the authorities, police included, to report a clear case of fraud, impersonation, and a person who is an impositor. We have not known this person. He has never been part of us in this structure, and he has no mandate to represent us. He has no mandate to even masquerade. In fact, we are a movement. We are not an individual. No individual has the right to recall anyone. Even as a movement, when we recall, there are processes. There's a citizen caucus making a report. There is our appeal process being done, and adjudication, and of course, due process being taken. But you know, for people who are not our members, they will move around and say there is no constitution, there is no structure. Fair enough, because they don't know who we are. And they don't know that the party has organs, that the party has various structures that are governing it. We can't just wake up and do what we are doing without a regulating mechanism, which is our own statute, and it's in good and proper shape. So yes, we are asking Parliament to restore those MPs that have been recalled. And we have also communicated to them that this National Assembly is going to write, by way of a resolution, to the Speaker to deal with those issues. But we also took note of the systematic